So this is the Britannia area.
This is
This
very
is,
Botany.
right. This is the Guardian fight arena.
Huh.
Um, if you equipped yourself right and have the right flowers in the right place, you can literally stand in one place, not move, and the Gaia Guardian will just fall before you. Now,
Huh.
I am going to drop down, and I am not going to land on the ground. I am standing on a platform. This platform is to protect any aerial projectiles from hitting you from the Gaia Guardian, which is
Huh.
super cheaty.
So if I'm crouching, it goes through. But if
Right,
I'm
and
jumping...
it only has a physical plane on the top,
Interesting.
so you can't hit it any other way.
Huh.
So it's just enough to protect your head. Bell thorns to
What mod is
kill
that?
the mobs that
Oh,
the Gaia
it is.
Guardian produces during pissy boss mode. And then when you're fighting, depending on your armor, you put a Fallen Kincaid there, which gives you regen 3, and you put that one, whatever that thing's called, there, and that makes it so that none of the mobs can bum rush you.
Aha. Okay.
Remove this so I not waste mana. And
So, what the heck is this system here?
so, okay. First and foremost, Rune Altar with its own mana pool. Gaia Spreader to feed the runic altar, and the brewery. I have a mana pool to dupe things. I forget what the block is called, but there's two
Alchemy something or something like that?
Yeah, alchemy and catalyst, I believe it is. So I have one of each, and then the elven portal in elves.
Let's give him some
And
fish
Why
and
does
chips.
everyone hate the elves?
because they live too long.
I think they just ate my fish and chips.
Yeah, this is the mana tablet refill station.
Oh, cool.
Right now the server's not seeming to be responding to me. I don't know why. This little guy behind this glass, he keeps the sun out. You know, if we're gonna have short nights, we might as well keep the sun out. So whenever he gets sad, he sends a little redstone signal that trips the dispenser, which poops out a sunflower, which makes him happy again, and the sun comes out, and he is happy.
So it's keeping the weather good.
Right.
So
So
it looks
I have a
pretty
machine
happy.
to keep the sun in the sky, and another one to keep the clouds away from the sun.
Well, black hole sun, won't you come wash away the rain?
This mana pool is
My potato guys got eaten. Which thing ate him?
this mana pool is for personal mana mirror to power all my Tanya stuff, like the blinking eye of creepiness on my chest. Now you see this little stain on the grass.
How dare you? But yes.
Same thing as the platform you were playing with over there. Hit shift on it.
Where at? I don't even know.
The 2-block stain on the grass next to right here.
Where'd you at?
Right here. Right here.
I don't see you, sir. There you are. Oh, that right there. I was on the wrong place.
Something ate Mr. Potato. Where's my Mr. Potato?
I can't help you there.
Yeah. So, Endo Flames, really good early game. Running off of Red Coal because, why not? Red Coal was the backbone of my entire base.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so...
Your processors are throwing bad messages.
Yeah, they do that, but that's fine.
Okay.
That's a good bad message.
Bad parameters.
Basically, Direwolf did this program in his spotlight for RF Tools Control. So I'm not going to explain what the program is because I can't explain to you what the program is because I don't know how the program works. I just did what Direwolf did and tweaked the modifications to make it work. That's it. So watch Direwolf 20's Mod Spotlight if you want to know how these RF tool things work.
And that's a tiny potato.
Right.
Wow.
What they're doing is they're looking in the inventory above, looking for silken tofu, which is the only thing that's there, and then it's looking at the inventory below and making sure that there's always 32.
Aha.
And so the reason why there's an absolute fuck ton of these machines is because you need firm tofu and tofu milk or soy milk for cakes, but you use 1 firm to 3 soy. So I destroy all the firm tofu that is not required for the crafting and have a backlog of as much soy milk as possible.
I guess so. Are you tossing out the soy milk?
No. Soy milk doesn't get it deleted. The firm does just so that there's room to make more milk. Now there's 8 flowers, but you see how the grass underneath it is special?
Yeah.
That makes them run twice as fast. So there's technically 16 flowers here.
Equivalent to 16, I see. Enchanted soil. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I can't crouch on that.
I'd be careful where you crouch, because your inventory might get flooded with stuff. Yeah, just
good point.
Everywhere.
I guess having 4 ender chests is slightly easier than having pipes.
Yes. Yeah, one thing you'll notice is everything on my base is modular. So everything is independent, and yeah, I either use Refined Storage's wireless network because it's cheap and quick and easy, or Ender chests.
Which are cheap and easy.
Yeah. And that's it for Betania, I believe.
Oh, cool. Whoop. Okay. You want to take a look at your tree farm?
No, we'll do the tree farm last just in case it kills your recording.
And it might.
Yeah. So this bottom half of this tower is
you're up here.
16 floors of 32 water mills. Yeah. So
it's a lot of water
this
mills.
essentially doubles what's at the front of this little strip. So, yeah, more GP.
Yeah.
And then on the top here, this is where I'm getting my roses and my sunflowers from.
I taught him this.
Yep, this is entirely Kitty's idea.
It says that rose is a sunflower. That's interesting.
Well, it doesn't matter. It works.
Yes. There's something weird about this mod, is that this mod pack is... there's a number of things that show up with the wrong name.
Yeah, and if you fall through this hole, you'll notice there's a completely different farm underneath.
Cactus.
That's where they are.
Essentially an old-fashioned cactus farm.
Yeah, just old schooled it right there.
Because unless you need a ton, why not?
Now, nothing can prepare you for this one. This is the best one. This is by
Sad,
far
funny.
the best one.
It's both sad and funny at the same time.
Is this the second most evil thing in your base?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Oh.
Yes. I call it the bouncing bunnies of death.
Are we okay, where are you at? You're over there. Okay.
Yep.
Oh my.
Careful, the witches can have good aim sometimes.
Why is everything bouncing?
Okay, so my castle has gone through many evolutions, and I wasn't producing enough rabbit's feet. So the solution to producing more rabbit's feet is to spawn more rabbits.
I guess.
However, if you do them in a standard 9x9 room, you can't get grinders to kill them fast enough. So you have to drop them. However, rabbit's feet needs to be killed by a player. Falling does not count as being killed by a player, so I needed to counteract the fall damage to get them out of the spawner range. So they bounce.
I guess. And the witch hit me.
They have good aim.
For crying out loud. Okay, cool. I got fish and chips. Fish and chips counteract anything.
Yeah.
So, okay, so they're spawning. So they're spawning up here, so that way they move out of the range of the spawner, so they can spawn quick enough.
Right, and they're bouncing, so they don't die from the fall, and they can die from the draconic grinders, which will kill them with a player tag.
Aha.
Fortune.
So you could do a puddle of water as well.
Yes,
I am dying here.
He likes the funniness of bouncing bunnies.
Well, it's definitely amusing, that's for sure. Okay, I'm taking a lot of damage. Cool.
And
there you
it's
go.
not like the entities would change. It would still drop. It would still have it wouldn't change much. Maybe the experience bouncing around is a little much, but I pick up the experience really quickly. So
you are. Yeah.
It's destroying the server, yes, but I'm doing as much as possible to also be nice to the server.
I would think it would cause some local frame lag. Maybe.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does.
Now, if you fall in the, where are you, Jeremy?
I'm still in the spawner.
Okay.
All right, I'm out.
If you come to the wall that's
so sad.
in between the two towers, there's a hole right here. This is why there's bouncing bunnies, because when you're making potions of fizzy lifting, you need bottles, which is right there. You need rabbit's feet, which is right there. You need sugar, which is right there, and you need gunpowder, which is right there. Witches and bunnies give you all the ingredients for fizzy lifting, except for the nether warts.
Huh. And you have one witch's hat.
Yeah, that's because when they were falling, they were dropping potions and hats because reasons. A witch surprisingly can fall that distance, survive, and drink a health potion.
That's pretty amusing.
Yeah, and then they would get killed by the draconic while they were drinking the potion. Alright, so now the base becomes a little simple for a moment.
You're simple for a moment. Okay.
Creeper and gas spawner. Gas, just
Hi.
so that I don't have to go for gas tiers. But creepers are more important than the gas. So if the gas fails to spawn because there's too many creepers or something, I don't care.
Fair enough.
It's mainly for the gunpowder and just to have gas tiers to have gas tiers.
There's some creeper heads.
Oh, and all the white outlines is because of the eye on my chest.
Yeah, I was thinking we probably should have turned that off before we started, but that's okay.
Both have one on, it wouldn't work.
Nope.
Yeah. Blazes and wither skeletons. The wither skeletons have something a little special. If you come back here and look in the dispenser or use mechanical user, there's a demonic paper cleaver. Because it had really good attack damage, and I also gave it silver so that it would have the holy modifier, which makes it a little bit more potent versus undead. And I gave it a paper large plate and a paper tough tool rod, so then I can use all 5 upgrade points to make it unbreaking. And this produces skulls much faster than any other method that I think of.
Well, there you go. Looks like you're killing them pretty quickly, too.
Yes. So, I guess we should talk about the explosion in the room, huh?
Yeah, the draconic infused obsidian, and let's see if it goes through a cycle.
Yeah.
So there we go. We're building a wither. And what are you using for that to build a wither?
Refined storage. Just placing and deconstruction. Now, you have to. The last piece of the wither has to be a skull.
Yes.
So I have that deconstruction, which is the red one, to make sure that leftmost skull is not placed when the soul sand is placed. And if you look back here, yeah, my base is just deadly. It's, I'm producing 100 million RF per tick. If you thought that it was going to be nice.
So you're using the super circuit maker circuit here for how you do it. Yep. What are you doing with this?
Okay, so there is a latch. I don't know the correct term for it, but essentially the ender pulsar pulses, which turns the latch on, which turns on the bottom redstone conduit, which places the soul stand. Then the quartz resonator turns off the soul stand. And the ender pulsator also started the counter on the top latch, which places the skulls. And then when the skulls one goes off, it also sends a signal up, which will be delayed and then deconstruct a skull in the leftmost slot if there is one.
So this is essentially to assure that that last skull gets placed last.
Right. And if you look down here, there is a draconic portal. They spawn and then they're immediately affected by gravity, which they then fall, teleport into the box of death, and then they blow up. They think they're all big and bad, and then they immediately die.
There we go. Perfectly automated, sir.
If you look in this hole, there's an important, and be careful about going in this hole, because if you drop straight down, you'll, well, be teleported into the wither room, and then like that.
I don't know how I stopped flying, but apparently I stopped flying for some reason.
Yeah,
let's do this.
Like,
oh.
The edge.
All right, let's try one more time. There we go. Stop pumping me.
So I have the receptacle farther away because I had multiple instances where, even though this was completely encased in wither-proof blocks, the wither was blowing it up somehow. So I moved it 2 blocks outside of the wither and made sure that it couldn't move even if this disappeared. And if I remove this for a second, you can see it has a little basin to sit in.
To keep it in there.
Right.
Good.
So,
because it would be a sort of disaster if it got out.
Yeah, or if I accidentally spawned 1,000 of them, which never happened.
No, that would never happen.
No. Oh, and remember how I was talking about a fish explosion? There was a fish in this chest.
Let's get out of there. Apparently I fell through again. Fun times.
So, the next half of the spawners... Where are you? There you are. Now, a lot of these have been emptied and relocated for scaling. Standard Enderman spawner, really nothing to talk about. Everybody knows it.
Yep. You like using those door controllers, don't you?
Yes. They're amazing and awesome, and storage drawers are a godsend.
Experience solidifier, interesting.
Yes. Now, even if when you kill enemies with a draconic grinder, I believe the experience only lasts for 30 seconds.
Yes.
I just suck it up with the solidifier and then trash the experience because I don't care.
You could pump it into a obelisk and keep it.
Well, one thing that might explain some of the decisions I've made with the spawners thus far is I when I build the spawner, I want the spawner for a specific reason. So anything extra outside of what I want, I will typically destroy. Like I'm making bones from the fish farm. I'm also making bones from the wither skeleton farm. Hint, hint. There's a skeleton farm somewhere, and someone's eye is allowing it to be seen.
Hey.
But there, so instead of trying to make sure that all of these sources of bones are feeding correctly into one place, I have one place to get the bones, and any extra bones I just trash because that's not why they're spawning.
Sure.
I like to keep it simple.
Sounds good.
As much as possible, and that's why I delete the fish. Because there's nothing I can do with that many fish. That's why I delete the experience, because I have 200 experience and I have hundreds of freaking spawners all over the place, and I still have 200 experience. So 200 levels worth of experience. So.
You know, you could be making fish and chips. Just saying.
Could. Probably won't.
Fair enough.
So this is the slime spawner.
It sure is.
Now,
Jeremiah's, my pet Jeremiah's.
This one took a little bit of thinking, because this was actually the one that started the trend of the drop spawners.
Uh-huh.
Because if it spawns multiple large slimes, then it takes 3 hits to kill it, and while it's doing so, it's multiplying exponentially. So by the time it rolls around the second time, there's too many mobs in the way.
So it won't spawn anymore.
Right. So dropping them eliminates the big slimes. So the maximum amount of ticks from the grinders required is 2.
Makes sense.
Which makes it a lot quicker. And there could be hundreds of thousands of little slimes down there, and more slimes will just keep on raining down.
And the slimes will apparently get like 1 frame per second as they're falling.
Yeah, it happens.
It seems to work okay.
Yeah. And over here, it's raining skeletons. Just constant skeleton.
Yeah.
There's 8 skeleton spawners.
That's a lot of skeleton spawners.
Yeah, and like this is barely keeping up with the generators, because both the pink needs it to produce the red, my cake needs it to produce the sunflowers, and the bone generator needs it to make the bone blocks.
Yep.
And the pink generator needs it to make pink dye. So like a lot of things are feeding off of this, and this is barely keeping up.
Makes sense. Okay.
And
anything else?
actually, 2 more things.
Okay.
The potion.
This
power.
is something special.
Yeah. Basically 4 stacks of 4 stacks of potions, each making fizzy lifting drinks. Filters on everything, ender chests everywhere. We find storage everywhere. This, I have to say, is a work of art, because it does what it needs to do. It works perfectly, and it's just, yeah.
It's doing its thing happily.
And it's got the creepy thing for every one chest you put up, every single chest goes.
Yeah. Especially
That's pretty awesome.
And yeah.
Very cool.
I also found that if you have a receiver that feeds to your main wireless room, and then you have transmitters coming off of that, you could pay a lot less for your wireless needs. So. So the center one connects to the main room, while these spokes feed to the walls.
Ah, that makes sense.
And
So
they're
where are
in
they?
order.
So there are the receivers right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
The transmitter's in the middle.
Again, save it on those expensive cables.
Yeah, I really
No dire,
wish
no dire wire here.
yeah, I don't really like Ender conduits, so I want to use as little as possible. So, as many as I've used, that is as few as possible. Well, okay, maybe not as few,
Yep.
but it's cutting quite a lot of them back. And here's my blood magic altar.
Yes, this ridiculous thing.
Yeah. So, standard cursed earth sacrifice runic ritual thing.
Standard
and,
yet huge.
Yeah. And all three altars have 20 runes of acceleration. And what that does is some of the jobs that the altar does, it'll speed it up. So the flow rate out of the altar is 20 life points or 20 millibuckets of blood per second, which is I'm pretty sure a snail can piss more than that. So the 20 acceleration runes brings that up to 20 millibuckets per tick, which better. I just
Someone throwing stuff at us?
Yeah, a witch just, that was impressive. I don't know where you came from. Good job. So the acceleration runes is
sweet.
to speed it up, and then each one has 20 displacement runes, which takes it from 20 millibuckets per tick to 750-ish millibuckets per tick.
Yep.
And then a bunch of runes of sacrifice on the sacrificial altar because, makes sense. Extra displacement runes also on the sacrificial altar because...
Actually, this one altar fills 4.
Yeah.
Because there's one at my place.
Yeah, the Crafton altar is at Kitty's place.
Yeah, we need to go show that. It is part of kind of your base.
Yeah, and
we'll do that after.
We're already at an hour, so I think we'll probably do that in a different video.
The runes of orb are to increase the amount of LP that my orb can hold from 10 million to 25 million.
Well, there you go. Just because, it's needed.
Yeah, and, the orb has its place to just sit there and stay filled, so I never have to worry about it. And
nice.
And a fourth one for crafting elsewhere.
There you go. Very cool.
Yeah.
So, take a quick look at your tree farm.
Yeah, let's see if we can.
All ready to crash? Yes, let's go crash.
Yes. I need to crash and burn once in a while.
And the recording.
Oh, I'm just thinking about going. I'm already rubber banding.
Yeah, it's afraid. It's frightfully afraid.
So Sound had to build this.
That's dreadful.
Yeah, Sound had to build this away from his base, and you'll see why.
Yeah, this is laggy. My base is not laggy compared to this.
So what we have here are maxed out. Probably gonna die doing this. Ender IO farming stations.
Yeah, don't get close to the ground.
Yeah, I'll fill my inventory up full of wood.
Yeah, there's no way around that.
Wood and saplings. Yep.
I've tried 1.5 million different things to do,
and the fish even got over here.
Yeah.
You could go 20 blocks out farther even and still find fish.
The fish explosion.
Yeah. So yeah, this is the only thing that I do not agree with, and if I could find some way around it, but I need this much wood to run the red coal.
And not all these even have all the special glass that speed it up.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, actually, if I put it 2, then the whole system just chokes.
Yeah. Don't want to go in too fast.
Well, no, I can't get the wood out of the chest fast enough, and
Exactly.
I have 2 chests with 2 different outputs. So there's 4 outputs pulling wood out, and that's not fast enough to get all the things picked up.
You need like 10 sets of chest, each one with a stone.
Yeah, it's just not.
Oh, I just right-clicked it. It's, yep. There it goes.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's not happy.
Yeah, it doesn't like it very much. Oh boy. Oh boy.
But I try to stay away from it because, you know,
Bad things happen.
it keeps the impact to a minimum. No visual updates, which is the kicker, because you can see the server. I don't know how on your side, but on my side, the server visually can't keep up.
I'm keeping up.
Like portions of trees are just.
Oh
there.
yeah, I think portions of trees are actually. I think it actually is only destroying portions of trees, but I'm not sure of that.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Yeah, it might not be cutting all the trees down, but when a new tree grows next to it, it then registers that tree again and then eats it.
Yeah, I kind of think that might be happening, or not. I don't know.
Yeah, like this system, I have tried multiple times. I have crashed the server multiple times trying to get this to be nice. It is the nicest it has ever been, and so I'm kind of like, okay, I'm just gonna leave it alone, and
I'll leave it as is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not absolutely destroying the server. The server's not happy about it, but it's not destroying it.
It's
And
only the CPU is only running at 100% full time. That's all.
Well, only one of my cores is running at 100%. Like my
No,
seriously.
I mean the server cores are running at 100% full time.
Oh well.
I'm sure my host is really happy about that.
Well, you knew what you were getting into when you whitelisted me.
You know, everyone makes mistakes. Well, this is definitely an incredible base. Thank you for showing it to us.
Yeah, and definitely put automated rainbow generator in the title, and you will get 1,000 views. Because
95% automated.
Yeah, because a lot of the people showing off their rainbow gens, I haven't seen full automated systems. So.
Yep, and it's not just automated; it has a wolf on top. But I mean, you also have all of the subparts mostly maxed as well. You're not just getting like one item in those things; you're maxing those as well.
Yeah.
So.
And outside of the rainbow gens, I believe. The stack of generators produces about 150 RF per tick.
150k RF per tick, I would think.
Yeah. And the stack of generators generates just enough energy to produce all of the resources to run them.
Yep. Well,
the million RF is just extra.
We're at 1 hour and 3 minutes now, so I think this is probably a good wrapping up point. I'll probably break this video up into a couple parts, just to make it easily digestible. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us, Ender Kitty. And we'll probably show Ender Kitty's base.
Maybe my base next, maybe.
Yeah, at some point.
Finish the boat that we're going to make.
Yeah.
Working cannons.
Finish that giant
another time.
boat thingy. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.